Got him. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Dude, I am so nasty. I'm really, I'm really just cold with it. Ah, I gotta recover his banner again? Okay. I'm too cold with it right now, man. I'm moving like a freaking demigod. Or... Got him.
Got the whole squad. Half the squad's gone. I got this.
Oh my god.
Frag out.
I don't... Oh my god, these guys got destroyed, baby. Holy Jesus. Evo kit, med kit, knockdown shield. I am so good with this gun. Flatline. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me get this gun back. I am so God mode right now. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Uh-huh. Anything else? I gotta go. I feel like I really could just win this game by myself. I'm so nasty.
My road ends here.
Bruh. Oh. I picked up the wrong weapon. Oh, shit. This isn't good. This ain't good. This is... Oh my goodness. I'm hitting that boy.
Replicator incoming. I'm taking shots.
Oh my goodness. I need another weapon. I need a farther weapon, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. Give me some over here. What is it? There we go. There we go. Dude, this automatic run is terrible. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. I'm detected. Am I being hunted down right now?
Just a minute until the ring clears, huh? Good. Not far. Ring's not that far.
No way! Oh, how did I? Oh no! Oh no! Dang it! I was shredding right there, bro. I was shredding that. Oh my god! Can't believe I only had 3 kills. I was shredding so hard. I was shredding so hard. Top 5 finish. Times with what? Oh, top 5. I could have won. I played reckless because I didn't know I was top 5. Hmm? So I win money for it? Not placing top 5.
I'm gonna run out. I'm just getting $5. Yeah. No, I don't like that. Oh. It's so scratchy. The only thing I'm going to tolerate.
Big things are coming for us. Listen and fight.
Anyway, you said you don't.
Time to win and stay alive.
Look at my kills.
Introducing your champion.
Nah, I should be. I got more kills than all of them combined on the champion spot. Only find it too. Oh man.
Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
A little bit of both.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Oh, people here. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Why'd we have to pick a place with so many people? Bro, it's always the same, bro. It's always, huh? It's always the hottest drops. Oh, like 10 people at one time. Jeez. Oh. Bruh, I really hate that, bro. People be dropping at the most aggro spots, man. It's my first day back in hella months. I ain't trying to play hella aggressive and shit off back, bro. I'm just being honest. I ain't trying to play hella aggressive, bro. Fuck. Ambush artist. What does this skill do? Hear and visualize the heartbeat of enemies with each 75 minutes when aiming down sight. Oh my god, that is so good. Summon micro drones to emit delayed blast that goes through walls, interrupting and revealing enemies. The passive is a lot better, to be honest. Create a sphere of micro drones that reveal the location of enemies moving quickly or firing their weapons within. Create a sphere of micro drones that reveal the location of enemies moving quickly or firing their weapons within. I'm not gonna lie, I like that passive skill. Hear and visualize the heartbeat of enemies within 75 meters when aiming down sight. Yo, Seer is pretty cool. Don't lie. I don't really care about Valkyrie. So Seer is like the only dude so far that like, I need 18 more. $10 just for 1,000, bro. That's really way too much, man. It's a cosmetic pack. Contains 3 items from the following. I mean, I guess. I mean, I like the game. I like the game when we can, you know, when we don't just hot drop with 1,000 people around us. Which, and also, I won't lie. Hold up. Best Apex.
I got this thing in the box. Is it the bag? You know, whatever the case, we're winning.
I still don't really have.
I'm ready for whatever today brings.
There's a win out there waiting for us.
I need some new settings for my Apex shit, bro.
This is your champion.
I'm sorry, but you could have killed my friends.
Let's land here.
Follow the leader.
Did they change the like POIs at all or anything? Because I still remember gardens. I guess they didn't change gardens up.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Yeah, I'm getting shot at. I'm down. Need a little help.
I know I heard hella. Who's up in here?
Just you and me now, brother. That's our brother's banner. We should grab it.
I don't even have ammo like this.
Squad. Heads up. Firing. Shield up.
Reloading.
No good. I'm down, brother.
What?
Did you see how great I was? I did all kinds of really amazing moves. Are you listening?
Whoa, what? Where did I get killed from? It looked like I just got hit by a grenade or something. What the fuck? What was that? Bro was reloading and then I got hit by like a grenade. Like, He didn't throw it. Who the fuck threw it? Oh my god. Okay, okay. First thing is first, bro. I need to fix my set. I need to get some new settings up, man.
Today I'll be going over my updated settings, which has been highly requested. This will give you a strong foundation of which you can adjust to your preference, so be sure to stick around. Don't wasting too much time, let's get into the settings. As per usual with my settings videos, I go over only the most crucial settings that will have the most impact on your gameplay. So if you want to copy everything to a T, just pause the video for yourself. Starting with the gameplay tab, the first setting we're going to take a look at is the crosshair damage feedback. This is turned off for me.
Crosshair damage feedback. Off.
If on will create a crosshair indicator when dealing damage. I used to have this on X, but I have switched it to off to help minimize screen clutter when firing at someone, which will give you a more clear shot. Now even when off, your damage numbers and shield indicator will stay active, so you will still know if your shots are connecting to an enemy. The next important setting to take a look at is the damage numbers. I have mine set on stacking ever since I could remember. This will help total out your damage dealt in one number, which not only helps limit screen clutter, but also helps with callouts. Since Apex is a game of damage exchanging and knowing when to push, having your damage calculated into one number will make it easier to let your teammates know how weak the enemies are. Moving on to the next setting, which is going to be weapon autocycle and empty. This is turned off for me. However, when turned on, it will automatically swap to your secondary weapon when your entire weapon ammo is depleted. Now, if you're used to manually swapping your weapons, keep this turned off since it can mess you up in a hectic situation. Being in control of your weapon choice is very important, and most players know when they're low in ammo and have to switch over. Next, let's move on to auto sprint.
I mean, I already did these pretty much, but
Although this is a highly debated setting, most players that use auto sprint specifically use it to spin their airlifts faster when running. Personally, I have my auto sprint off just because it gives me more control over when to run and when to walk. If auto sprint is on, you can still walk and run based on the amount of pressure you put on the analog stick, which can sometimes be very picky. I like pressing my analog stick in when I want to run. That way I don't have to worry about running on accident. The next setting I want to cover, although it's made specifically for Valkyrie, is the jetpack control. I have mine set to hold, which makes for a smoother flying experience, especially if you have paddles on your controller or playing on a different button layout. If you want more details on this, check out my How to Play Valkyrie guide. Now let's move on to the next setting, which is taking damage closest death box or crafting menu. This should always be off. When you're in a tough situation and need to shield swap a fresh armor from a death box, keeping this setting off won't force you out of the death box when being shot at, essentially helping you secure an armor swap. Alright guys, let's move on to the controller tab. The first setting I'm going to go over is the crouch button. I have mine set to toggle mainly since it's what I've been used to ever since playing my first FPS in 2008. Although if you want to take a dive into deep waters by trying out hold, crouch bands will be much faster since hold crouch will instantly stand you up when releasing the crouch button. But I personally just don't enjoy holding crouch when behind cover, that's why I keep mine on toggle. The next setting I want to note is the survival slot button. I keep mine off, only because then I can inspect items and or weapons. You can still use heat shields and mobile beacons by going directly in your inventory, but if you don't care about weapon inspects, then turn on the survival slot. This binds your inspect button towards instantly using a heat shield or beacon instead of manually going into your inventory. Now moving on to the trigger dead zones. For this, you want it to be none, giving you zero delay when pressing either of the triggers. You want to be aiming and shooting as fast as possible with this little button when pressing either of the triggers. You want to be aiming and shooting as fast as possible with as little button delay as possible. Next setting worth touching on is the menu cursor speed. I've mine set to 1 tick past the first trigger dead zone notch. This can be a good foundation if you haven't changed yours yet. When adjusting it to your preference, go to the firing range, drop, use, and swap attachments. If you notice you may be over-scrolling items, then look to turn down your speed by 2 ticks. But if you find yourself waiting to get to the item, look to turn up your speed by 2 ticks. You may not find your sweet spot right away, so pay attention to this when you're playing and adjust accordingly. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for of this video, my sensitivity. For default, I play on 5 look and 480. ADS sense, and my per optic are 4 for 1 to 2 times and 5 for 3 times plus. I've been using this sensitivity for about 3 seasons now, but since many people have been converting to ALC, I wanted to see what the hype was about. So I based my advanced look controls to closely match my original 5.4 settings. Before I get to the ALC though, my default response curve is classic and both movement dead zones are set to small. But if you notice you may have stick drift when using small dead zones, look to increase the dead zone on the specific stick drift side, whether it's the aiming or movement analog stick. Now let's move on to what most of you guys have been waiting for, the advanced look controls. Dead zone 5%, outer threshold 2%, response curve 10, yaw speed 300, pitch speed 180, turning extra yaw 250, turning extra pitch 80, turning ramp up time 0%, turning ramp up delay 0%, ADS yaw speed 100, ADS pitch speed 65, ADS turning extra yaw 30, ADS zone on the specific stick drift side, whether it's the aiming or movement analog stick. Now let's move on to what most of you guys have been waiting for, the advanced look controls. Dead zone 5%, threshold 2%, response curve 10, yaw speed 300, pitch speed 180, turning extra yaw 250, extra pitch 80, ramp up time 0%, turning ramp up delay 0%, ADS yaw speed 100, ADS pitch speed 65, ADS turning extra yaw 30, ADS turning extra pitch 30, ADS turning ramp up time 0%, ADS turning ramp up delay 0%, target compensation on, which is referring to your aim assist, so make sure that's on, melee target compensation again on, target compensation style on default, which is referring to the amount of aim assist that you get. So if you're playing on console, make sure that this is on default. You get 0.6 aim assist. PC option gives you 0.4 aim assist. And lastly, my per optic ADS sensitivity on, and it goes as follows. 1 and 2 times is a 1.7, 3 times and higher is a 1.8. Increase the dead zone on the specific stick drift side, whether it's the aiming or movement analog stick. Now let's move on to what most of you guys have been waiting for, when using small dead zones, look to increase the dead zone on the specific. Note, my default response curve is classic and both movement dead zones are set to small. But if you notice you may have stick drift when using small dead zones, look to increase the dead zone on the specific stick drift side, whether it's the aiming or movement analog stick. Now let's move on to what most of you guys have been waiting for, the advanced look controls. Dead zone 5%, outer threshold 2%, response curve 10, yaw speed 300, pitch speed 180, turning extra yaw 250, turning extra pitch 80, turning ramp up time 0%, turning ramp up delay 0%, ADS yaw speed 100, ADS pitch speed 65, ADS turning extra yaw 30, ADS turning extra pitch 30, ADS turning ramp up time 0%, ADS turning ramp up delay 0%, target compensation on, which is referring to your aim assist, so make sure that's on. Melee target compensation again on, target compensation style on default, which is referring to the amount of aim assist that you get. So if you're playing on console, make sure that this is on default. You get 0.6 aim assist. PC option gives you 0.4 aim assist. And lastly, my per optic ADS sensitivity on, and it goes as follows. 1 and 2 times is a 1.7, 3 times and higher is a 1.8. But that will wrap up the advanced look controls, and I will aim assist. PC option gives you that you get. So if you're playing on console, make sure that this is on default. You get 0.6 aim assist. PC option gives you 0.4 aim assist. And lastly, my per optic ADS sensitivity. PC option gives you 0.4 aim assist. My per optic ADS sensitivity on, and it goes as follows. 1 and 2 times is a 1.7, 3 times and higher is a 1.8. But that will wrap up the advanced look controls, and I will say it does take some time to get used to and may feel a bit weird at first. So this is something you're probably going to need to grind out for a week or so. And I also want to give a quick shout out to J Tolerance, since I based my ALC foundation from goes as follows. 1 and 2 times is a 1.7, 3 times and higher is a 1.8. But that will wrap up the advanced look controls, and I will say it does take some time to get used to and may feel a bit weird at first. So this is something you're probably going to need to grind out for a week or so, and I also want to give a quick shout out to Jay Tolerance since I based my ALC foundation from him and I adjusted to my preference. So if you're a player that uses around 5.4 default right now or something similar, I'd recommend trying out these ALCs and see how you do. You can always switch back in the future if you don't enjoy it. Moving on to the video tab, let's look at F. Mine is set to 104, and I'd recommend anywhere from 100 plus if you're playing on a monitor, and 90 plus if you're playing on a TV sitting farther away from your screen. Increasing your FOV will zoom your screen out, creating more vision all around, and give you less blind spots. Just be aware of your vision when it comes to long-range targets when adjusting, since they might be a little harder to see. Moving on to FOV ability scaling, make sure to keep this on default so it doesn't change your FOV during abilities like Octane Slam and Bloodhound Ult. You'll have a more consistent FOV playing throughout the entire game. And finally, guys, also, if you're shooting now for the audio tabs, you guys to take a look at anyways. Thank you guys for spending a couple minutes every day with me. If you enjoyed today's video, like, rating, and subscribe. And as always, this was Old Me, signing off.
Holy fuck.
Did you see our teammate?
It's so crazy because like the movement of it. do like the movement. I do like the movement better here.
Obliterate that like goal. We need to see. I don't even know this number might be totally impossible to reach, but 25. And I know you guys really like everybody watching right now. Drop a thumbs up.
Party for my life. I want to do happy for my life. It's my song. No, it's a song somebody else made.
Whatever you tell me, I'll just believe.
She's like, I want to happy for my life. I want to hold the water so.
Is that how you remember?
And more. I want to happy for my life. Yes, that's what I do. Slow motion falling backwards, grabbing a titty. I want you happy for my life. I miss Fortnite already.
Business is my pleasure.
We'll win this thing together. Semper Fi or die.
That's a cool skin. Looks like a Power Ranger. Holy shit.
Introducing your champion.
Why you say that?
This is a good LZ. With the jets, we're dropping hot.
Solid copy.
Yeah, that's nice. What do you think? Oh, you like him? They taste good? Why you say that? Oh, thank you. You do something like that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Trying out some new settings. Oh, my game is moving way too fast right now. Man, are these actually good settings?
Good, we're inside.
Hello?
Nice. Champions out.